Hello, friends. Nicole Vincent here. So, if you have been part of the Amazon Influencer Program, but your March has been a little wonky because of all the crazy stuff that's been happening, this video is for you. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole Vincent. I am an Amazon influencer, content creator, and just an entrepreneurial girl that loves to make money. So today we're going to be talking about the report changes in the Amazon Influencer Program, what I'm doing, what I'm figuring out, and hopefully give you some help to help ease your mind, help you to move forward, and just give you some more information. So first off, if you're a little unaware, March 9th was kind of when this hit the fan. And Amazon changed reporting on us, and that jacked up a lot of things for those of us that rely on reporting, that use extensions, things like that. It just took away a lot of information that we're as influencers are able to see on items that we sell, things like this. And so now we get to shift a little bit, right? We get to pivot, we get to learn, and we get to adapt. And this is not new, guys. Like Amazon it has constantly and will consistently change stuff. And we are in their playground. And so if you don't like the rules, then you don't have to play in the playground. But if you like the playground, you've got to learn how to play by the rules, even when those rules change and they get new equipment or they take down your favorite slide or whatever. We've got to adapt and change. So March for me has been kind of a crazy month. So personally, one of my daughters, we moved her several states away. And so there was a lot of prep work for that and just life happening. And so I have not been super keyed into everything that's been going on in the Amazon influencer world. Like I'm watching and I'm trying to adapt quickly, but I'm also very occupied in my own life. So now she's moved. I'm down to one kid at home. Hallelujah. I can't wait to be an empty nester. But now I'm trying to dig in to relearn, repivot, adapt what my strategy, what I've been doing, things like that. So that's what I want to talk to you today. So I'm going to be mainly talking about just personal practices and probably Oink, the influencer extension, which is by far my favorite extension. I think every influencer needs this extension, and it is the most cost effective and just it's the best extension around. Now there are some other extensions that I use and I enjoy, such as Fluencer Fruit and Viral View, but I really do think Oink is the foundational one and the easiest one and the most cost-effective one to use. So if you don't have an extension and you're an Amazon influencer, you want to get Oink, use my link below and my code. You will get 10% off for life, whether you're doing a monthly subscription or an annual one. So let's dive into the reports. The first thing, I want to just show you what the bare minimum that I am doing right now with Oink as far as a daily practice and daily routine. So this all was happening. I was about to go out of town and going to basically be checked out for the last 10 days or so. And so this is what I've been doing. This is bare minimum what I've been doing with Oink. And so hopefully this can at least get you getting in the back into your daily routine, since we don't get the halo sales, the today sales anymore. This is kind of the new norm for us, at least for now, until stuff changes or Rob does an update to Oink, whatever. So what I'm doing is I am going to my Creator Connections hub and I am clicking on this Creator Connections check. Now, of course, before you do this, you need to go to your storefront and do a storefront fetch so that Oink has all of your storefront data. So make sure you've done that. You can, if you've got like thousands and thousands of videos, you can check this product in batches. Now, I will say, like, you can say I've got 3,900. I don't have that many products, but I do have that many ASINs. I don't batch check it. I just let it go. So that's up to you. I would say if you have more than 5,000, you might want to do it in smaller batches, but I haven't checked that box. You do want to make sure that this top box, the automatically accept new campaigns, is checked. One little pro tip here is if you go to your account and then go to preferences, make sure that you have always auto accept CC campaigns checked. That way, you know that every time you run something with Oink, it's automatically going to accept stuff and you don't have to worry about that as well. what I'm going to do, this is what I'm doing daily, is this check earnings content gap IDs. This is kind of a similar concept to Halo sales, but not exactly. But it does kind of get those peripheral related sales that you are having and making sure that you're opted into those creator connection campaigns. Now, this is something that I am doing this specific one, I'm doing at least twice a day, usually in the morning and then again in the evening. I might do a middle now that I'm back home and in a regular routine. I might throw in a middle of the day thing, but it doesn't feel like it has the same urgency that running the report before the creator connections commissions posted. I will say, at least on my computer and my devices, this little button is a little tricky. If you click just anywhere you go to, it will bring up this YouTube link. But if you click at the very top left corner here, it's going to bring up these options. It's going to have the Affiliate Plus campaigns, which is what we are normally used to Creator Connections campaigns. But remember, they kind of divided it into two programs now. The Affiliate Plus, which is what we're normally used to, and then the Sponsored Products, which is based on clicks. So I do the affiliate campaigns first, and it's going to cross-check all of those. And then I'm going to run it again and do the sponsored product. So let's run it. And this is going to flip through a couple different pages and then give me the results. So this will flip through a few different pages. So just let it do its thing. Don't worry about clicking on anything, like it's still in its thing. Just let the tool run its course and you'll be good to go. After it ran its scan, it found 20 matches and it had 20 results that I was already opted into, so I didn't need to opt into any new campaigns. But this is going to show you your content gap opportunities as well. And these are items that have had multiple clicks and might be a good thing to check out to see if this is something that you want to create some content for. Most often, I have noticed that these are just going to be variations of things that I already have content for, either a different color, a different size, or a different quantity. But I have found a few little gems here that I do end up purchasing or finding the CC campaign to ask for a free sample. So definitely look at that. Then we're going to hit close. And then we are going to opt in for the sponsored products check. And this is the one that is checking for you're getting paid by clicks. I have not seen these commissions show up in my on-site. I've only seen them show up on-site, but I have heard reports of people getting them for on-site content. So let's run this scan. And then what I'm going to do is go and do my check storefront IDs. I am seeing a lot more results from this than I used to see. And so I don't know what the difference is there, but alas, it's happening. Now with the two different types of creator connections, the sponsored products and the affiliate plus, you want to be checking both. Now, I don't typically do my picks or my idea lists, but you do need to do this twice. You need to do it first for the affiliate plus and then a second time for the sponsored product. So let's run those checks. So with the affiliate plus campaign on my storefront check, we had 128 matches. I was already into 121 of those campaigns, and there were 3 unique campaigns to opt into. So we are in those campaigns. And then you're going to do the creator checks again, and then the sponsored products so that you can get opted into those. So right now, that is my core thing that I'm doing every day. I'm not worried. Like, I haven't gotten into Agent Oink. I haven't done any of these new features, and that is 100% okay. Do what you can and what works for you. And that's what's going to help you get those commissions, help you optimize your earnings and things like that. Now, remember, these tools only work if you are creating content and putting it out there. And so if you're not creating content, do not rely on these tools because they're only going to do so much. They can only work with the content that you have created and have uploaded. So make sure you're creating the content. That is the core of this program. And within the Amazon Influencer Program, there's not a lot we can control. We can control the content that we're creating, the quality of the content we are creating, and the quantity of the content we are creating. So I encourage you to get that content out there, create it efficiently, create decent quality that will sell. And decent quality doesn't have to be perfect, guys. There's your little pro tip right there. Just get that quality out there and spend a little bit more time on your videos. I've been seeing so many people that are complaining about not earning enough money in the Amazon Influencer Program, and they have such short videos that those videos are not getting placed. You've got to have longer videos. So anyway, please stay tuned to this channel. We will, as I get these new tools, new reporting, new features on Oink and other extensions down, I will be sharing and redoing some of those tutorials that you probably found me from my original tutorials. So thanks for sticking with me. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment below, and we're going to see you on the next video. Bye.